It's time for another Solid Signal podcast. This time it's the week of August 10th, 2015. And the big news this week has been second quarter results from the major pay TV companies that have been underwhelming, to say the least. It's looking like when all is said and done, the major pay TV companies, both public and private, have lost about 500,000 net subscribers. And that's net of each other, by the way. We're not talking about what one gained that the other lost, which is normally the case. You see, the pay TV market in the United States is actually pretty mature. So, aside from young people getting pay TV for the first time being offset by older folks turning it off for the last time, any changes in the pay TV landscape are going to come one of two ways. First of all, you're going to find that somebody churns out from one service and goes into another service because they like NFL Sunday Ticket better or because they get a better price and they're bundling. The other thing that happens, and this is happening more and more, and that's the subject of this week's podcast, by the way, is cord cutting. That somebody just turns off pay TV service because they believe that they are not getting the value out of it that they wanted. And instead, they go to a combination of an antenna and some sort of streaming device to get them the entertainment that they want, choosing to get things from Hulu or Netflix or Amazon or Google or what have you. Those 500,000 subscribers, that's what happened. 500,000 people decided that pay TV just wasn't their thing in the second quarter. And who knows, maybe they'll be back in the third. I don't know. What I can tell you is that it sent most paid TV stocks into a tailspin in the last week because Wall Street investors tend to be notoriously short-sighted and have no idea what's really going on in a technological industry like pay television. I, on the other hand, have very little information when it comes to investing, but I've got an awful lot of information when it comes to the pay TV industry. And I'll tell you that I look at this news with a little bit of, well, I'm happy in one sense and I'm sad in another sense. As a representative of a DirecTV and Dish dealer, I gotta say that's not great news for either of them. But on the other hand, as somebody who sells antennas and streaming devices, hey, goody for us. The end result is really just balance for SolidSignal.com because we've always been about making sure that you can watch TV the way you want to watch it, not the way that somebody else is going to encourage you to watch it. Plain and simple. I think the real message of these numbers is that DirecTV was extremely smart to partner with AT&T when they did. With linear television becoming only one part the whole landscape that people use to get their entertainment, DirecTV was beginning to look like they'd peaked with not having any sort of internet service. Now the combined AT&T and DirecTV offers pay television service to more homes and businesses than anybody else, has the ability to offer landline internet service to about half the homes in this country, and close to 100% of the country is at least able to get internet service on their mobile devices from AT&T. That's a huge difference. And for all of those who were wondering why DirecTV would take that step when they did, well, I think last week just about proved it to you. Personally, I'll be honest, I think most people pay too much for entertainment. Period. I think the amount of money we spend on entertainment in this country is pretty amazing, especially when you compare it to the amount of money we spend on taking care of people, on researching new medicines, on all those altruistic things that we think are important, but we apparently don't act on them. On the other hand, there's really nothing stopping people from doing that, and it is the choice that they want to do. If you want to put a value on your entertainment, well, that's what people have done. They have said, this is how much money I want to be paid for entertainment. And I want to pay some of it to DirecTV or Dish. I want to pay some of it to my internet service provider. I want to pay some of it to Netflix. And there has never been a better time and more choices. If you want to spend only $10 a month, you can spend $10 a month. If you want to spend $1,000 a month, it's not impossible either. The amount of choice out there is fantastic, and I think that is the lesson that we learned this week.